Inaction is a slow death. Inaction is like a monster dwelling inside of our body and in our mind and slowly eating us from inside out. Sometimes we are afraid, but we also wanted things to change. We want to see differences. We want to get out of the cocoon that we are trapped. But we are afraid to make actions. And actions are what really drive meaningful changes. So instead, we deferred to thinking. And we thought thinking is the most powerful tool, right? Because it is the only invention of the human being, and the human being is sitting on the top of the food chain. So thinking must be supreme, must be powerful, must be able to help us solve all of the life's challenges, right? So we think and think and think, and this is only a play within our mind. Thinking is weightless. Thinking is no tangible form. Thinking is like a self-indulgence that you just let thinking, the thoughts coming out of nowhere, and most of us don't even have the control for them. But we give them so much power. I think sometimes excessive thinking is just like domestic waste. You know, when we live in a house, if there's people living there, and there will be domestic waste, right? Yes, sometimes thinking does bring you some good thoughts. Those give you clarity, it give you directions, and give you confidence to move on. But I would say the majority, or even 99% of the thinking or the thoughts that we produce every single day, they are just waste. They are the endless iterations of the same thought patterns that come into our mind without our control and plaguing us. So we have these entangled thoughts and thinking, and we thought they are good. We don't keep a distance from them, and we thought these are beneficial. And sometimes we sugarcoat thinking as strategic thinking. We sugarcoat for our inaction as the thinking will help us getting better. We call them strategic thinking. So we think very holistically. We think about different scenarios. We think about strategies, and we think about priorities. We list out detailed plans, what we're gonna take, step 1, step 2, step 3. We have multiple scenarios, plan A, plan B, plan C, and we thought about all the potential risks or the potential gains or advantage that we could have. And by thinking, we thought we are actually making progress. But more often than not, in reality, we're just letting inaction consume us, and we thought we are being productive. We thought we were moving forward. So instead, why not just take actions? Because whatever is action, however small, it will give us momentum. And momentum is a good thing because it gives us feedback. For example, when we enter our vehicle, the parked vehicle, and we start the engine and we switch on the GPS. But sometimes the GPS doesn't know which direction we're heading. So as long as when we press the pedal and we get a little bit of traction, as the car starts moving, then GPS knows which direction we're heading, and it started to pick up the signals and point out the destinations and give us directions to follow. So with action, with momentum, that it will give us feedback, tangible, physical, and really helpful feedback. As we learn along the way, we take in these feedback and we calibrate ourselves, and we know if we are heading the right direction, and we can adjust and we can tweak ourselves. That will help us move much faster, much better forward. And that's thinking cannot replace. Thinking is just sitting idly and daydreaming what could happen. If we don't take actions, then we're just daydreamers. And oftentimes, we wanted things to be different, but with all the variables staying the same, with all the conditions staying the same, it is madness. It is foolish to want things to be different. So I would say, inaction is slow death. And action is the antidote to inertia.